Hey, let me shut the camera off. No makeup on today. Y'all can see me in my glory. Comb my hair, but no makeup. Anyway, let's go into the intro and then I'll come back and say hi to y'all. I don't know why it's loaded, but it doesn't play right. I have to do it this way. I have no idea why. Home in the valley, home in the city, home isn't pretty, ain't no home for me. Home in the darkness, home on the highway, home isn't my way, home I'll never be. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Time is the essence, time is the season, time ain't no reason, got no time to show. Time everlasting, time to play these sides. Time ain't on my side, time will never know. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Now I want to tell you what's wrong from what's right. I've seen suns that were freezing and nights that were blue. But I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. Burn out the day, burn out the night. Can't see no reason to put up a fight. I'm living for giving the devil his due. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning for you. I'm burning. Not today, Sir Duke. Not even today. Go find something to do. Okay, hey everybody. Chico, I put the link in for you. There you go. Let me add you. Hey, Chico. Thanks for coming up and doing this.
No, thank you. Like I keep telling you that, so thank you. Y'all know I've been hollering about this for the past month since Riley Strand's case. I'm like, hold on, y'all. We got other kids missing that nobody will talk about.
Yeah. Nobody will. It makes me sick. I have a very large family, and we've always been called the Heinz 57 family because we are.
We
And
got the same thing in my family. Like we're all mixed with something. Every one of us, we all mix with something.
sadly, it shouldn't matter. All that should matter is that there's a child missing. Shouldn't matter what color you are, shouldn't matter where you come from. All that matters is a child is missing.
Bingo.
People don't see that. And everyone thinks, oh, it's 2024. It's not. Yeah, it's still very much.
No, it's still happening. And I mean, on the list, I know it was a lot of Hispanic, Latino people on there, or kids. I do know that. And
Mhm.
true enough, I do attribute to some of them probably was taken back home due to their custodial parents, probably going back to Mexico or
Mm.
wherever they're from. True enough, but let's just say 5 of those were taken back home to their home country. You still got 35 of the kids missing that doesn't receive any light, any flyers, any TV segments, nothing.
Nothing. There was very little information, and I spent a couple days looking.
Yeah.
I do give credit to that one little news station. They at least addressed it briefly, and I get that law enforcement don't have the funds or the staff. But if you're gonna pull out all the stops for one, you do it for all across the board.
Bingo. And that's how I feel.
Mhm.
That's exactly how I feel. Because I know for a fact, and can't nobody tell me otherwise. I live in this state. I know how LE works. I've had my run-ins with LE, so I know how it goes. LE has done everything they possibly can do for Sebastian.
Yeah, I agree. I agree. And it's sad, and I know that it's not on the parents at all about the other missing children. It's not.
No, no.
But law enforcement, it is.
Bingo.
It's very much on them. And I have never put any kind of law enforcement agency in anything, but I'm gonna pull a slimy, and I'm gonna tag the TBI in this. I don't think it'll do any good, and I'm gonna tag them on Twitter. But hey, who knows? Maybe somebody will see it.
I hope so. And like I said, my main thing is that I've been singing this for, like I said, for the past month. I just want the story out about these kids. Sebastian's story is out there. Riley's story got put out there.
Yep.
Why not these kids?
Exactly.
You can't even find an article on these kids, or some of them.
No, you couldn't even. And what blew my mind the most, I think, is, and it's just, unfortunately, it's just not Tennessee. It's all over. But you'd be surprised how many kids there's not even a freaking picture of. So how are you going to know if you see one of them? There's very little detail. There's nothing. Come on, schools take pictures every year and keep them on file. Go to the school, get the freaking picture, and put it on the flyer.
Same thing I said, but that's too much like right.
Yeah.
That's too much like right.
Yep.
But it also has something to do with the complexion for the protection, and we'll get there. We'll discuss that later. So
yeah, I was trying to put together a video to have it playing the whole time of the 40 missing kids, but unfortunately, this generic freaking tablet that I can't even believe exists that you can buy wouldn't do it because it won't do nothing but screenshots. It will not record videos together. I'm over it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show the news, the one little news station that actually did address it. I'm going to show the TBI site more than once, and I'm going to put all these kids on this screen. And I'm asking everyone in chat, whether you like me or not, it's not about me. It's about
exactly.
Share it out. The more people that we share it out to, the more people we get these pictures out to. You never know. If it helps one kid, it's something.
Exactly.
It's something. I'm gonna bring that up. I sent it to myself in Messenger. I hope TBI don't strike. But I'm gonna use their site.
I don't think they do, but I think
If
they got
do, they can
shit to worry about. I'm just saying. I mean, I'm shut up on that. Lord, I'm shut up. I'm not up here for Sebastian. I'm not up here for that reason. Although he is one of those kids that is missing in Tennessee. I'm not up here for that. I'm up here to give a voice for the other 40 kids that don't have a voice.
Exactly. Okay. I've got a couple articles here that I want to bring up. This one is 15 Middle Tennessee children still missing, have not been found. Let's check this one out. Like I said, there is a small news station that will give these, you know, I give them props for the minute they do give it, but it's not enough. It's not enough.
No, it's not.
Okay, here's the one article, and I will link in the description, providing YouTube's let me, because I have not been able to link the articles on the genes theory of Bullhorn Betty's. For some reason, YouTube is messing up so bad it's not letting you link crap in the descriptions. So hopefully it will today. Okay, and this is WKRN News, and this is their article in Middle Tennessee. Tennessee missing 15 Middle Tennessee children who still have not been found. Only picture you're going to see is about them looking for Sebastian. You're not going to see any of this done for any of these other children. And I'm not shading that. Please don't take it the wrong way. My point is, why is all the stops not being pulled out for these children? Where's the searches?
They're runaways. They're this. They're that.
Yeah.
They're everything but a missing child.
Yeah. Runaway don't mean, yeah. When our nephew went missing, granted, he wasn't a child, he was 23. We got no help. No help. It would take me 4 or 5 days to even get the police officer that was assigned to the case to answer an email or call me back. They did absolutely nothing till they found his remains a year later. Then they wanted to get involved. You're late to the game. How about doing something when they would go missing? Okay, this is from Nashville, Tennessee, WKRN. Multiple missing person cases out of Middle Tennessee have garnered national attention this year, prompting massive searches and investigations that so far have turned up empty. There's been 2 that I'm aware of recently that they pulled out all the stops for. None of these kids. And none of the other kids I'm going to show you. None of this stuff has been done.
Not trying to cut you off, Kathy, but if Ika can attest, she can really. When we had Eliza Fletcher go missing, she was a billionaire heiress. They pulled out all the stops for her too.
Oh yeah, money.
But a child went missing that same weekend, and Pika knows I'm not lying. A child went missing that same weekend. Guess what? That child got a flyer. That was it. She didn't get the news story, and it was a child of color. She didn't get a damn thing. But Eliza Fletcher was everywhere.
A flyer on a website that 90% of people don't even go to.
Bingo. Because I damn sure don't want to go to the TBI website. Like, I'm just.
Mm-mm. And a lot of people don't even know they can.
Mm-hmm.
And if there's not drama involved and all the speculation and wild theories, they don't even want to know about it.
Right.
That's sad. I pray that no one has to go through it. I really do. Because
thank y'all. I see y'all in the chat too. Thank y'all. I appreciate that.
Thank you guys all for coming in. I'm surprised. I'm blown away that I even have 29 people in chat. I didn't think I'd have 5, and I didn't care because this just needs to be out there. But thank you guys.
Yeah, I thank y'all. I appreciate y'all being here and sharing it because, like I said, it's been bothering me for the past month. It has been bothering the shit out of me. I'm like, yes, he's missing. Yes, Riley's missing, but none of these other kids get the same attention. None of them.
Nope. And I have no problem with them pulling out all the stops, but I just say do it across the board.
The board. Bingo.
All of these kids deserve to be found and brought home. Even if it's, if it's not the best place to put them at home, then deal with that issue. But there needs to be changes with the Amber Alert system. It shouldn't be so hard to get an Amber Alert issued.
Bingo.
There needs to be more money given to police departments for their missing children's department. There needs to be more done. There's too many kids gone missing that nobody even knows or misses. And when you go and you look and there's not even a picture, very little description about the child, how the hell are you supposed to know if you see the child or not?
Right.
Do better. Law enforcement needs to do better everywhere.
Yeah, it wasn't a child though. It was a woman. We just had one in Memphis. A woman got kidnapped on the damn Ring doorbell cam.
What?
It took me 3 days to put her story out. 3 damn days. I kid y'all not. A woman of color got kidnapped on a damn Ring doorbell camera. You could see it and everything. And yeah, it took them 3 days to put her name out there.
Oh my God. The first 48 is the most important. There's
Apparently not
video
here.
evidence.
Yeah.
Wow. And it's not just children missing. Do you know how many adults are missing? It's insanity. And they don't care because they are adults.
Yeah.
But not everybody just walks off. Unfortunately, bad things happen. Like she just said, that woman being kidnapped. That should have been as soon as they were aware of the situation, should have been plastered all over the news. Law enforcement should have been on it. They had video evidence.
Yep. 3 days.
Wow.
And what kind of shit is this?
3 days behind. Do you know how hard?
I remember her name, Shannon Scott.
My God.
See, stuff like that sticks out to me, y'all. Sorry, my brain is weird. Stuff like that sticks out to me, and I remember stuff like that. But yeah, it took them 3 days to put her picture out and say, well, she was possibly kidnapped. I don't know if it's like her ex-husband or what, because they had the same last name. But they did put person of interest out. But he also has ties to Mississippi, so they got to work in joint task force with Mississippi, and Mississippi don't like working with Tennessee. So there's that.
Yeah, I've not heard good. Unfortunately, I've not heard good things about Mississippi law enforcement. I've not. I know a couple people from Mississippi, and I know people that go down there a lot, and they're not. And if you're a person of color, they don't care.
No, that's why I got mad at my mama when she moved back down there, because I was like, what the hell are you doing? You know I'm not coming down here, or at least driving down here myself, right? Because the last time it was me, I'll never forget it. Me and my cousin was riding, and brand new fucking vehicle had a fucking sea of blue behind me, and I like, me and the cop made eye contact because I was taking my cousin home, and I knew, like, as soon as we made eye contact, I said, he's about to pull us over. And they was like, no, they're not. I was like, yes, the fuck they are. Watch. Sure as shit, I look up in the rear view, see a blue behind me. They said I did a hit and run and killed somebody in a brand new fucking vehicle with not a scratch on it.
Yeah, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember my sister-in-law is a college professor. She's black. She's very educated.
Uh-huh.
She went down to Mississippi to go to gamble or something. She drives a nice Lexus. She pays for that Lexus. She works her ass off.
Oh no,
She
you're a
paid her
drug
way
dealer.
for school.
You're a drug dealer. Automatic.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's exactly. She got pulled over. She got thrown on that car. She was brutally searched. Her car was tore apart. It was awful.
When I had my Infinity, same thing happened to me. Infinity. Well, here I will go ahead and give a full disclosure. If a person is in an Affinity here, get the fuck away from them. That's me giving y'all advice. If you ever come to Memphis, do not ride beside an Infinity, because 9 times out of 10 it's stolen. And yes, it is a car used by drug dealers, but I had mine before it even became popular to the drug dealers. and I got pulled over for a week straight, but it wasn't Mississippi, it was Bartlett. For 10, I didn't have. Tag lights I did have, and then one said I was running from him. While he's making a left-hand turn on the street, I'm turning off of to get to work.
Sir Duke, you really have to get out of my cords today. I'm going to put you in the house. You're really being a bad kitty. I got a sick dog. I think my dog might have had a stroke yesterday. The vet's not open till tomorrow morning. He's walking, he's eating, he's going out. So I don't know. But this cat, I'm about ready to send him to the freaking moon.
Oh, Lord. Just don't say the T word. We'll be all right. Mine will jump me. They asleep right now.
I'm worried about my dog. Oh, he's our baby. That my husband, that's his buddy.
Yeah.
And I didn't sleep much last night because I was trying to watch the dog, but his back legs are not cooperating and he's very unsteady on his feet. He's fallen over a couple times, but he's still getting up and wanting to go outside. He's, all that's normal. He's not in any pain. You can
Yeah.
touch him, his eyes. I'm watching him, but the only emergency clinic is almost 2 hours away and it's $500 to walk in the door.
I believe it. That's how I was with my chihuahua.
So yeah, so I called our vet and our vet called us back and said, look, he's going to the bathroom normal, he's eating, he is getting up, walking around, he doesn't seem to be in pain. Um, he's not throwing up, there's nothing else going on. Unless he gets worse, we're good till morning. So I was good with that. Because he's known Bubba since we've gotten him, since we rescued him.
Well, I hope you. I'm praying for y'all, Kathy,
Oh,
because I know how it go. I lost my other baby 4 years ago, and man, that was my baby. I cried like a little bitch. I did. I ain't gonna lie. I cried and I cried. It got to the point where my mom and sister put me on suicide watch because they was like, "Are you all right?" No, that was my damn best friend, and like, shit, that's who I'm with 24/7. That's who I talk to. Nobody stays with me. It's just me and the dog. So it felt weird coming in the house and nobody's there to greet you at the door.
And I'm worried about my husband because him and this dog, he calls at night when he's at work just to talk to the dog on the phone. I mean, they're buddies. They're beyond buddies.
That's their person.
And my husband is not taking this well. And that's unusual for my husband because I don't know. I'm hoping, we've got more time with him than they said we would have with him because of the heartworm damage. His heart was severely damaged.
But you did a lot that a lot of people wouldn't do because I know so many folks who wouldn't step up because they are heartworm positive, even though they can live a normal life for the most part as long as they have treatment plans.
Right. We did that. It took a year. It took a year, and I cooked his dog food. He never ate regular dog food. He ate ground turkey and vegetables.
Yeah.
And I did it. I couldn't afford, the $5,000-$6,000 shots. And also there's no more guarantee with them than there is the pills. So we did the pill for him. And even the vet was surprised. He ran a second test for free because he said, you better make sure. He was surprised we got a negative. But you could tell, that his heart's damaged because you can just tell by his level of activity playing and stuff like that, how tired he gets. And they said you'll get it maybe a good 5 years. Well, it's been over 8 years. So we've been, blessed.
Beat the odds already. No, it sounds like my chihuahua. She eventually she lived to be 16. And trust me, she got to live her life, y'all. She lived prim and fabulous her whole life. Everywhere we went, she went. All you had to say was, come on, and that girl beat you to the car. Be sitting in the driver's seat. Let's go.
Yeah,
but it got to that point where I was shoving pills down her throat, and I hated it. And I told Mama, I'm not doing it no more. Put her to sleep.
Yeah, I don't want to take away from his quality of life. He's been a very good dog. And I'm so thankful that we've been able to give him a good home from where he came from. And I will not let him, I won't let him suffer. I can't do it. I know it's going to break my husband's heart, but I love that dog and respect that dog too much. That dog has saved me. He's actually pushed me out of the way and jumped in front and got attacked by two other dogs, but he protected me.
Because you're his people.
Mm.
That's how it is with my rescue. She has blossomed so much. When I first got her, she feisty. She didn't like nobody. Now she'll give you kisses and everything. And I'm like, you giving kisses? But and my brother, oh my gosh, she loves my brother. Anytime my brother comes over here, she's all over him. I'm like, bruh, he got a girlfriend, I think. It's like, but she is blossom. So it's something about rescues because my other two, I've had them since they were puppies. That they're spoiled rotten. But her, she's different.
Okay, it's definitely in. See, that's what the guy told me about this laptop. It is not the battery itself, it is in the port that you plug into, which of course is 3 times more expensive. Don't ever buy a cheap laptop off Amazon. Don't do what I did to try to
Mm-mm,
save a buck. In the end, it's not worth it.
no,
All
it's
right, let me finish reading a little bit about this because
yeah,
I want to show you all the 40 kids
yeah.
that are
We done
missing.
got sidetracked
When I
on Elma. Sorry, y'all.
when I started looking into this, when I seen Chico bring it up in Nonsense's chat, there was 30 kids missing. The very next day, it was upgraded to 40 that
Yeah,
quickly.
just like last month. Okay, last month, and Pickett can tell you, I literally sat down and counted. Now, true enough, I counted the POC missing kids. Okay, and it was 15 originally. That was last month when Riley Strand's case. Cause I was like, hey y'all, we still got other kids missing. All right, we done found Riley. So can we put some more energy towards these other kids? And when I told you, because you remember I told you in the chat, in nonsense chat, Kathy, it stuff went up again. It shot up another 20. And you was like,
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
And then, like you said, it went up another. I was like, so what the hell, y'all? I mean, are y'all bulk loading them all at once? Like, what are y'all doing? Because that number has changed
Yeah,
each month
yeah,
and actually less than weeks. It changed in days. Like,
yeah. I'm gonna say hi to everybody. I am so sorry that I didn't. Um, this story just touches home for me. I've been there, and yeah, I got white skin, but my relatives don't, and I've seen and lived what they've had to live with. So this touches home for me, and it's important to me. And my cat's gonna go to the freaking moon in about 2 seconds. I'm sending you to Bullhorn Betty. You'll wake her up. Hey, Mark. Hey, Arctic Fox. I know. I wanted to talk to you about this because you do a lot of the missing, and I love your channel, and I always share your posts, and I want to get with you about this. But hi, Chico. You're in.
and
Hey, people.
thank you, Artie. Thank you. I appreciate that because and I seen you earlier say that you do post a lot of flyers and missing kids from Memphis, and yes,
He does.
it happens a lot. And guess what? We rarely hear about it.
Mhm.
We
Yeah,
do not
Arctic.
hear about it on the news, y'all. We don't.
Not even locally.
No,
Wow.
Pika, am I lying? Pika's in Memphis with me. Do you hear about the missing kids? Unless it's like a toddler or a baby or something like that, we don't hear about it.
That's how does it just become everyday life? Every day, no shocker, no big deal, just another kid missing. What? It should be the first thing the news is talking about. We've got to make changes. We've got to. It's got to change. There's just too many kids. Too many. And yeah, I know just because you come from a messed up home, that don't mean you don't deserve the same attention. Hell, at one
Thank
time or another, we all do. You know? Hell, I come
thank
from 13. Yeah, my mama had 13 kids. Yeah, I think she had time for all. I'm next to the youngest. I got brothers and sisters in their 80s. Um, but she did it, and none of us ever went missing. And thank God, because our town hated us. We were in a town that was very racist, very ignorant. They'd have never gave two shits.
and
Hey, keep.
it's still like that in some parts of 10. I
Mhm.
mean, Memphis, the thing is, Memphis is starting to become predominantly black, but it's not even divided by race, it's divided by wealth.
Wow.
So that's how it's divided here. And it's
Just just because you have a couple dollars more in your bank account don't make you any different. You put your damn pants on the same way.
it's a part of the reason why a lot of kids don't receive the attention that they
Mhm.
need to receive, because you have this poor Latino family
So,
that,
Duke,
you know,
Duke, that's it. You're going in the house. You're done. You're grounded. Go.
dude, grounded. Oh no.
Sir Duke's a pain in the butt, but I love his big ass too. He's bigger than most people's dogs. I walk him. He's leash trained. Yeah, how many people leash train their cats? I've always done it all my life because I don't allow my animals out. My cats are house cats. I don't get them so they can go out and get hurt. Nope, don't
Yeah.
do that. And all my
Mm.
animals get spayed and neutered as soon as they're old enough.
Oh yeah, I did that ASAP with mine. I ain't trying to have no grand puppies. Fuck out
Been there,
there.
done that.
Mm-mm. I'm
We got
straight.
grandma nonsense in chat.
Oh yeah, grandma nonsense with them kittens. Whiskey.
Mm,
How's whiskey?
that baby's adorable. Hey, keep trucking for autism. Cool name. Hey, Peekaboo. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Fireflies. Hey, Brittany.
Thank you, Miss Brittany.
Hey,
I appreciate that.
hey, Mark. Hey, Shaylee. I love her name. Hey, Skull Girl. Hey, Wise Angel. Hey, J Dob. Hey, Malicious. Appreciate you coming in. Thank you. Nonsense. Oh, see this. I move this. Janelle. Don't ever let your husband, who don't know nothing about electronics or what you need, buy you a tablet because he bought me one that doesn't screen record videos. I didn't even know you could buy one like that. But he had no idea what he was buying. He was just trying to do something nice. So of course, I couldn't say nothing. My husband just learned how to freaking text a year ago. He does. He made. He doesn't do social media. He doesn't do. Oh my god! When I taught him how to text. Oh my god! And he figured he could use emojis. Oh Jesus! My phone would just be beeping all night long because he learned how to send emojis. He drove me
Yeah.
nuts. Hey T. Hey Pink Stripe. Hey T
No,
Marie. Good to see you. Hey
no,
KCG. Rainbow
no.
Mom.
You over there tripping me out, nonsense. Oh shit. Shit.
I'm trying to not. Hey, Bo, I'm trying to not miss anybody here. I think I'm almost. Hey, Cheesy Cracker. Some of these names crack me up.
Man, look, y'all be so creative. Well, I don't know, because the people was something. No, you gotta help me come up. I was like, bruh, I just be being petty sometimes. I don't.
Hey, Gray One. My thing is I forget to change it back or forget
I
how
do
to.
too. I be like, oh shit, did I blow my cover?
And I can't. I try so hard to sit on my hands, but sometimes I have to go out in the garage to get some weight plates. Especially with idiots. Hey, Kay, good to see you. Okay, Sir Duke. Hey, Chap Test. Sir Duke, you must go to timeout. Hey, True Seeker. Okay, that's it. That's it. You just bit me. Go to timeout. He don't care. He listens as good as the kids do. Actually, the kids listen better. Hey, Ants Carter. Good to see you. J Dobbs, good to see you too. Lurker. I think I'm almost, Skull Girl. I think I'm almost at the end. If I missed you, I'm sorry. I'll catch you though. I promise. But we need to get into this. Um, let's finish this article because this
Yeah.
is just one. This is only where there's
And
15. He
yeah,
went up
we
real
still
quick.
got 39 other folks to go, y'all. Like real
Hmm.
talk. It's bad.
Hmm. And a lot of it. So what if they're 13, 14, 15? They're still children.
Exactly, and that's why I said what I said about the runaways. I don't give a damn if y'all do classify them as runaways. Where's the damn resources to find them?
Yeah.
How do we
And
know they didn't run away and get put into SA
right.
or trafficking or things like that? Like, are
Yeah.
y'all not using y'all's resource? Y'all want to sit here and say y'all against trafficking, but what the fuck are y'all doing to prevent it?
Exactly. And I would bet that a lot of them were lured away with people they thought they could trust. It's
Exactly.
these people that do this, they're pros. They know exactly how to hit these kids. They know exactly what to tell them. And then these kids go out there and never seen or heard from again.
Exactly. And
I'm
it's sad.
terrified.
It's sad because like you my biggest thing is, and I know I'm dealing with it right now with my own family, and it wasn't a situation of running away, but they're trying to pass it off as oh just a junkie OD'd.
Um,
No, 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 no.
yeah.
I know my cousin. Sh- I know how she gets down. And the way the scene was described to me, I'm sorry, any person with fucking brain is gonna be sitting here like, no, that don't even fucking make sense.
Because if you're gonna accidentally OD using, there's not going to be any kind of a scene because you're going to use and you're going to right then and there. They did the same thing in California with my sister. We all know damn well what happened to my sister, but
Yeah,
because of who he worked for and and who he was in bed with, it was never ever looked into. Didn't bother them that hey, wait a minute. She's deathly allergic to morphine. She'd have never taken morphine, number one, because she was deathly allergic to it. And also, she didn't have morphine. She was on medication, but her husband controlled her medication. He would make her beg for a pill to get out of bed to take care of the granddaughter she was raising. He was an asshole. He married his mistress 3 weeks after her death, took her to the funeral as family.
I'm sorry.
N- Nobody ever looked at him. He took her to the hospital, to the ER, in his work van. He worked for the coroner's office, dumped her at the ER doors, and left. No one ever questioned him. Nothing. He got double indemnity on all three insurance policies because it was considered an accidental overdose.
Kathy, I couldn't be in your family because I would have knocked all that shit over at him. I'm
Mhm.
sorry. I would have showed my ass. And I would
And
have
then
made
this,
the motherfucker get out. I'm sorry, but in my family, we don't play that shit. Once you've been ousted, that's it. You don't come to family functions. Your ass can't come to no funerals. That's like with my cousin.
well,
He know
they
what
lived
he
in
did.
California, and she was finally, after 20 years, finally getting ready to leave his ass. He was very abusive their whole marriage. He did things to her daughter. Um, she was terrified of him. She was
Yeah.
terrified of him. My mother was sick, so that was her reasoning. She'd already gotten her plane ticket because he controlled all the money. So she had to get the money other ways to get the plane ticket. I mean, he controlled everything about her. She didn't breathe unless he
And
told her
he
to.
found out about the plane ticket, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And 2 days before she was to fly out,
Yeah.
she was gone because she was not going back. The kids were all grown and out of the house. They were raising their uh, his to his what she raised his son from his previous marriage as her own. But
Mhm.
unfortunately, he got tied into gangs and stuff in California, and had two kids that were very, very abused, and my sister was raising them. So there's no way she would have done anything with them kids in bed with her. She loved them kids. She knew they had nowhere else to go. She was doing everything she could to keep them out of the system. I was on the phone with her that night at 6:30. She was doing dinner dishes. She was having she's had rods and everything put in her back. Her back was a mess from a motorcycle accident.
Yeah.
Um, he's never approved of her drinking Mountain Dew soda. Now, in 23
I wish
years,
somebody would take my Mountain Dew from me. Your
mm,
ass don't get popped.
in 23 years, that man never bought her a soda. That night, he not only bought her one, he bought her two. Two. I get a call at 6 o'clock in the morning. She's gone. Yeah.
Oh no, they found my cousin in the car Friday, but we didn't get the call till Monday.
Um, oh no, we didn't get the call from. We got the call from him. From him,
Yeah, see,
he filed the insurance claims
mm-hmm.
within days. Within days. Then the son
But
of a
of
bitch
course, with him being
video,
connected, nobody saw that as a fucking red flag. I get it.
and then the sick son of a bitch sent my videotaped the funeral and sent it to my mother, who had just had a massive stroke.
What the fuck?
Yeah. And guess who's in the front of the video at the casket, arm in arm? Him and his mistress, who he married right after the funeral.
Uh, how you get it is how you lose it. Don't you? Like, bitch, what makes you think he's not gonna do it to you?
Mhm. And he's
Because you
got
was the mistress?
and he's got sickle cell, and he's been
Oh, he's
at
looking for a caretaker. That's what he
mhm,
wants. He wants a pushover and a caretaker. Got you.
mhm. Well, according to what the the kids have told me, because I never spoke to him again. Uh, he knows how I felt. I told him to his face. I called law enforcement in California and got hung up on. They they lived. Oh, it pissed me off. But they told me that once he married her and moved in with, and put all that money into the house and
Mm-hmm.
moved her mother in, they turned on him after all the money was gone. Yeah.
Karma's a motherfucker, ain't it?
I hope he lives a miserable freaking life because I know that man did that to my sister. My sister was deathly allergic to morphine, would never, ever take morphine, and she didn't even have morphine. And what medicine she did have, he controlled. She only got it when he felt that she should have one.
I believe it because there's a lot of evils in this fucking world.
Yep.
It really is. And it's sad because, you, like you said, you can sit here screaming till your lungs are fucking giving out and nobody will believe you. Oh, no, she was a junkie. And that's how they're trying to treat my cousin. I'm like, nah.
And
I
my
know
sister
my,
wasn't, though.
yeah,
She was
like I
on
know my,
pain meds from her doctor, very controlled, very limited. And he's the one that controlled it, her husband. And the doctor even wrote a statement to that effect, but he had her cremated immediately. Immediately. No, they
that's red flags.
never did nothing. Never even questioned the man.
Red
Mm,
flags all the way around.
Mm-hmm.
But I
He got
believe it.
he got a lot of money. I know that.
Oh, well, didn't nobody get no money in this situation. Hell, we had to put up a GoFundMe. It was just how it happened. And
Yeah.
I just know my cousin doesn't. Now, yes, my cousin was not active. She was in active addiction. She, and it was crazy because her quitting, she could do it like that. And she could stay clean for 3 months to 3 years, but she would always fall off. And
Yeah.
this last time, It just like I said, the circumstances surrounding her death, it's not adding up to me. Y'all find the car Friday, but you don't tell us till Monday. Um, her body was wrapped up in the blanket in the back seat. It's all
Okay,
type
yeah,
of crazy.
that's not an accidental overdose.
Okay, I know. Hmm.
I've been on many scenes with accidental overdoses. No, you're not pre-planning it. It's an accident. You don't realize the stuff that you're putting in you is not what you're actually thinking because of the stuff being passed around on the street. That's not how it goes down. You don't take the time. Oh wait, I'm gonna climb in the back seat and I'm gonna wrap myself completely up in a. Come on.
No, like I know I'm a recovering addict. I know. Well, I liked uppers, so I like perks. I didn't never do heroin. I never stuck a needle in my arm or nothing like that. I can show you out my fucking arms. But my thing was perks. That's everybody knew I loved perks. And if I was getting to that point where I was nodding the fuck out, I'm through. I'm done because I already know the next thing's gonna happen to my ass is y'all finna have to take me to the hospital or to
Hmm.
to the fire station or something to give me some Narcan because yeah, my ass is actively OD.
Yeah, I've lost
But
several relatives to fentanyl heroin overdoses, and they started out with pain meds, not legally. They weren't getting them legally, of course.
oh no, I
But
got mine legally at first, and
yeah.
then they cut them off. They cut them
Hmm.
off, and then it went to all right. Y'all gonna cut them off? I'm just gonna find them in the streets, and
Yeah.
it went from 10s to 15s to 20s to
Yeah.
30s. And when I was even the
Roxy's.
OPI 80s, if I was taking them bitches, you had to suck the coating off of it because they were extended releases.
Uh
So in order to get that instant release, you had to suck the coat. I'm giving y'all too much information, but I'm in that shit,
huh.
okay? So you want to enjoy your high. You're not trying to nod the fuck off.
Hmm.
Now you have some out here that want to do that, and hey, by all means, if you want to nod the fuck off, that's on you. But I wasn't them one and them one shit. Once I got, hey, let's go to the club, let's go do something fun. I want to dance something.
Yep.
You're not gonna sit here and, like you said, she's gonna climb in the back seat, wrap up in a blanket, and just go to sleep.
Yeah. No. Yeah. You're not going to waste that buzz. Sorry.
No, exactly. Like that's what I'm saying. Like, no, I don't see that happening. But that's just me. So,
Yeah.
but no, I mean, the kids get the same treatment just like the junkies and the addicts or whatever folks want to call them. Kids damn near get that treatment. And it's
Yeah.
sad. That's the
Yeah.
reason why I brought that up, is just to compare, like, that's how they do down here,
Mm.
unfortunately. They don't take this shit serious. Only
Not
time
at
they
all.
take it serious is when it, like I said, it involves an heiress or it involves a blonde hair, blue eyed kid. And I hate to say it like that, but that's the truth.
Okay. And in this article, unfortunately, um, and this is drawing maybe there and Sebastian it is actually gotten them to at least mention the other kids missing. None of them should be missing. But it says one of these cases is that of 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers, who went missing from his home in Sumner County 3 weeks ago. Despite a search stretching over 2,000 miles, the Tennessee Bureau of Investigations, TBI, said there are still few clues indicating what happened to Rogers. However, as agents, detectives, and intelligence analysis continue to work around the clock to review information in the case, there are a number of other children who are still missing from the Middle Tennessee area who law enforcement are trying to locate. Yeah, how hard are they trying? Sorry, but how hard are they trying? Not trying to be shady. I usually support law enforcement because they do have a tough job, but it
They
is what it
do.
is. According to TBI, hundreds of children go missing across the state each month. Hundreds across one state. Many of the children have either run away or been abducted by a parent, officials said. The TBI reverses Amber Alerts for cases where the child is believed to be in imminent danger in order to keep the public from becoming desensitized to alerts. Otherwise, yeah, no.
Yeah, you read that one more time, Kathy, for me. Read that one more time. That one sentence.
The TBI reverses Amber Alerts for cases where the child is believed to be in imminent danger in order to keep the public from becoming desensitized to alerts.
Okay.
Yeah, my ass. But anyway,
Did y'all catch that? Or did y'all catch that? In other
desensitized.
words, no, we're not going to send out an alert for every kid because it's going to desensitize y'all and y'all are not going to look at it no more.
Exactly. The only ones we're going to send out alerts for are the ones we think that matter.
I told y'all there's a bunch of fuck shit going on in this state, but I digress. I'm sorry, let you finish.
Otherwise, the agency publicizes information about Tennessee children who may be missing as a result of parental abduction, runaways, or who are otherwise at risk on its website at the request of law enforcement. The TBI's list does not represent all missing children in Tennessee, and it does not. Just cases in which the agency has received a request from a parent, guardian, or local law enforcement, and those in which investigators believe the case may benefit from additional publicity. What do you mean, those in which they believe? All would benefit from any publicity. All of them. Who makes that decision? Who determines that that child being missing is more important than that child being missing? How do you do that?
That's a good question, honestly, because I don't even know who says no. We're gonna put this child on a bolo, but we're not gonna put this one out for a bolo.
How do you pick and choose? You don't pick and choose. You put them all on that bolo. What? Wow. According to officials, the public is often one of their greatest tools in helping finding missing children. Yet they're not putting no information out about the missing children. With tips playing a vital role in many cases. They can't give you tips if they don't even know the kids are missing. Can they? 6 unsolved Amber Alerts in Tennessee. Wow. There are currently 15 children from the Middle Tennessee area listed as missing on the TBI's website. The majority of cases are out of Davidson County. Are you familiar with Davidson County? But some reports have.
Davidson is and Pika can actually tell y'all more about Davidson because that's towards her stomping grounds. But
Pika, if you want to come up, I'll put the link in chat if you want to come up.
She's probably not gonna. I don't know. Let me not speak for Pika. Pika, you do you. Let me not.
Davidson County is Nashville. Oh,
yeah, that's But see, I travel back and forth for work, but that is Pika's hometown. That is where she's from, Nashville. And she can tell y'all about Nashville and how fucked up Nashville is. It's the same way.
My brother
it's
just
not divided by race. It is divided by wealth. If you got money, you staying in Nashville. If you ain't got money, you staying on the outskirts of Nashville.
My brother just moved there a couple of years ago from California after he retired from the military after doing 20-something years, and then he was doing security for some private rich kid school. And then he retired from there, and they moved to Nashville a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
He doesn't like it.
Yeah, like I fucking hate Nashville. It's like, don't go through there during rush hour traffic. Lord, don't go. You're gonna be up sitting on fucking 40 forever. I swear to God. Every time I have to go to Nashville for work, it takes me. I can be on the outskirts of Nashville, and it still takes me an hour to get to the inner city.
That's how California is. The majority of cases are out of Davidson County, but some reports have also come out of Rutherford, Maury, Robertson, and Overton counties. The cases range from as recently as February 5th of 2024, when 13-year-old Abdul Hernandez was reported missing from Murfreesboro,
Murfreesboro.
to as far back as May 4th of 2022, when 15-year-old Kimberly Espana went missing from her Nashville home. How come we've not heard anything about them? Espana's disappearance is one of 6 missing children's cases in Middle Tennessee that have hit over 1 year without answers. 1 year and nothing. All but one of these cases are out of Nashville, according to the TBI. 16-year-old Andrew Chavez Rodriguez has been missing from Columbia since December 16th of 2022, and nothing. Below is a full list of Middle Tennessee's missing children, along with details on their disappearances and information on who to contact if you have any information that could aid in locating them. Now, I'm going to do this slowly so you all can see these pictures. Wow.
And somebody had said something about, and I saw it in the comments about, basically one of our interstates go so far west and east coast. I want to say it's 40. 40 times into 55, and then 55 will take you all the way to, I know, St. Louis, Missouri, all the way through there. But Tennessee is either direction you go, you literally can disappear and never be seen again, because that's like my area is called the tri-state. Why? Because we have Arkansas right there, we got Mississippi, then we got Alabama, Georgia, all of that. Like, all you gotta do is hit the right interstate and you're gone. You'll never be seen again.
Yeah, because we spent some time in Arkansas oh God, our son wasn't even in school yet. My husband built communication towers for AT&T. So we spent a lot of time in Arkansas, Texas, those areas.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, in Tennessee, I know my area is major for as far as like truck routes and things like that, because we are a hub here in Memphis. I mean, it is what it is, but I can see how many kids can come up missing out of this city alone because of all the avenues that these kids could possibly have. You know what I'm saying? Getting picked up by a truck driver, getting picked up by this person, or going to Mississippi, going over across the bridge to Arkansas. I could see it happening.
Yeah. This girl's only 13 years old. Veronica Sulimi. She's 13 years old. She's been missing since February. This is all there is about her. There's just these little flyers. That's it. Look at these. Look at this. Oh, God. It just doesn't stop. Christopher Cliff, he's 16. He's been missing since 6/29 of 2023. No information.
Yep.
13, missing since September 9th, 2022. Very little information. Yep. Look at this. It just doesn't stop. Oh, this one I actually did manage to put an extra photo on. Beautiful girl.
Wow. Good job, TBI, I guess.
And that's all. I mean, there's not much below as far as anything else. Wow. 17. So, they don't care. But this dude's 13. He's been missing since February 2024.
And a lot of y'all, for the ones that may have missed it coming in, a lot of these kids that are Latino, Hispanic, They basically, I can go ahead and tell y'all now, TBI has probably already ruled all their custodial parent took them back to Mexico,
Mhm.
Guatemala, wherever they're from. They probably took them back to their home country. You cannot say that for sure for every child that's on this list.
No. And this Caitlin Reynolds, she's been missing since October 23rd of 2023.
Yeah,
She's 14. She's still a baby. There's not much. This is all the info there is. I've looked. I've looked. There's no other information on most of these cases.
you're not going to find a news clip. You're not going to find, stories on it. There's, you may find the parents on TikTok or something like that trying to get their child's story out, but there's not a lot of stuff to. How in the hell we supposed to know what we're looking for if y'all can barely give us anything?
Hmm. This is insane. I'm going to stop sharing this for a minute so I can load another article because I don't want to show my whole messenger, and I have a bad habit of doing that. But I have more. It's not a lot though. You'd think this was a lot, but it's not. There's really no follow up information on these kids,
There's not.
and I dug and I looked and looked, and that's why I kept putting this off for a couple of days because I wanted to do it right. I didn't want to mess this up. I'm not a true crime channel. I'm just a channel. I'm not even sure what I
Right.
am.
I don't. I typically don't even cover kids, y'all. So let me go. I started on cases. I started on Tyreek. That's what's got me into
Yeah,
this. Rabbit and Pika and everybody, you need to start your channel. You need to start a channel because you have a lot of knowledge. You need to start your channel. So I finally did it when I got pissed off about a Tyree situation. And I was like, y'all got me fucked up. We are not finna do this. I'm not letting y'all get away with murder when we saw it on camera. No.
yep,
And that's what got me into this. I typically don't cover kid cases, but like I said, when the Riley Strand situation happened and I seen how everybody was coming out the woodworks for this young man, and I'm not knocking nobody and I'm not taking away from his death. I'm glad he was found. Even
yeah,
though his parents don't have that closure that they're looking for, I'm still glad that he was found. I know it's not the outcome they wanted, but baby, you got to think we got bodies in the Mississippi that ain't never popped up.
right. And they at least have closure.
Yes, you got
There,
somewhat of closure.
there's parents that family that will never ever have closure.
No, like it's like whatever live I was on, we was talking about some crazy shit that had happened here in Memphis, and a man unalived his baby mama, and
Mm.
then turned around. He chunked his baby in the Mississippi.
Oh my
Not even a toddler,
god.
it's an infant. Okay, y'all.
Oh my god.
They scoured the Mississippi. It wasn't even 2, 3 days. They was like they called off the search because you're looking for a needle in the haystack. Unfortunately,
Yeah.
in 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 the mighty Mississippi, like it was bad, and that family still hasn't gotten closure because that baby never popped up.
Oh my, never. They never found anything. Did they bother? Well, I shouldn't even ask this. I should already know the answer. Um, I,
But that when I seen Riley getting all of that attention, it was bothering me, and I kept
yeah,
asking content creators like. And I know some of them probably felt like, why is this bitch trying to start shit over here? I wasn't trying to start nothing. I just really had questions like, why is it we're so focused on Riley, but fuck the other 25 kids that's missing, huh?
right. Yeah, and they really went all out for that for him. And I don't shade that. Everybody does. What my problem is, like yours. It fine. You give them all the attention. Just do it for all.
Right?
You
And
can't
that's
pick and
one thing.
choose because you're not judge and jury. How are you going to tell someone that their child doesn't mean as much as that child?
Right.
They were, hun. They were. I can't tell now, but they were out. I don't see them, but I don't know if his door's open. I don't really want him on the hillside. Oh, his little back legs are giving out. I know. Oh, he's trying. He's trying. Oh, bless this dog. Oh my God.
No, they never found not Tyler. I keep trying to say Tyler. I don't know why I'm saying Tyler when I know it was an infant. Like she had just
Wow.
got out of the hospital not too long ago and everything. It was bad.
That's. I'm sorry, but that's the kind of person you can't rehabilitate.
No, and it like I said,
You
2 days at the max, 3 days. I think they searched for that baby, and they was like, we can't find that baby. We gotta go. We got others to do. What? Man, get y'all asses out there and go motherfucking dredge that river. Y'all do it
yeah.
for every damn thing else. You better get your ass out there and go do it.
And if they would reach out, there's a lot of divers that would gladly volunteer
Pika, have you seen any of those divers ever in Memphis for any of our cases?
because nobody reaches out to them and asks them for help.
Probably. They probably don't even know about them, honestly, because
Exactly.
a lot of times it's the black communities that end up in the rivers. I hate to say it, but it's the truth.
Yeah, it is. It's sad,
Well,
but and
for
it's disgusting.
us, I can only speak on the Memphis side. Now in Nashville,
So
that is
Duke,
completely
you,
different because you have a different demographic in Nashville, especially inner city.
yeah. And this is 103 GBF site. I will also link this article in the description afterwards. Like I said, it was slim pickings to even find information on any of this. I
Yeah.
do give them kudos for at least mentioning it. Um, but it says every year in the United States, nearly 400,000 children, 400,000 yearly are reported missing. That is a staggering statistic, and it is 400,000, and 95% are never found. That's insane. Nearly 400 children go missing annually in Tennessee. In one state, 400 kids. Sir Duke, you're going to go missing to the moon and back. Go lay down.
They're Duke playing.
Yeah. In Tennessee alone, officials say that number is nearly 400 every year, according to reports. Below, you will find 40 children who have been reported missing, as shared by the TBI, the Texas Bureau of Investigations. Now, when you go to the TBI's website, which I'm going to show you, it even tells you this isn't all of the missing. This is just who they put on their site. They don't
Bingo.
put them all on there. Why is
Bingo.
that? Why are they not all listed? How do you not list everybody? How do you pick and choose?
I'm still trying to figure that one out. Who does the
Mm,
picking and choosing? That's what
hmm
I want to know. Who does that? Let's start there. And why do you feel certain kids should be listed and certain not? I don't give a damn if they mama did take them back home. Take your ass to Mexico and go find that baby and make sure that baby's safe.
exactly. And sadly, there's kids that go missing that even are never reported. And
Yeah,
it does,
yeah.
unfortunately, it happens all the time.
We got
But we
ancient ass parents here in Memphis too. Yeah, we got it. Yeah. I mean, it's everywhere in every state. Don't get
Mhm.
me wrong. It's just lately with all of the commotion that has been surrounding TBI and the FBI, and they're not doing this, and well, we don't trust them, but y'all want them to take over a certain case. That would really trip me out, but we're not going to discuss that. Um, it They do it It's just they pick and choose who they do it for.
I know Arctic Fox, you do an awesome job though. You really do. You share out all the flyers, you do videos covering, you do an awesome job. And thank you for that. According to the Texas Bureau of Investigations, a missing persons is someone whose whereabouts is unknown to someone who has normal contact with them, like a parent or caregiver. They say a missing person can be someone who has been abducted or maybe someone who left home on their own. Duh. Okay, no, I'm not. I'm going to be nice. I won't say that. And this is where I got my thumbnail because I thought it was fitting. At least they had decency to put pictures and say missing. 40 of the missing children in the state of Tennessee. The children listed, Sir Duke. Okay, that's it. I'm done. I am really done. Get here. Take your toy. Go play. Oh, you're so bad. The children listed below do not, Duke, quit biting me. Below do not represent every missing person in the state of Tennessee. Some of them are active endangered children alerts from the TBI. Okay, there's not much that they've alerted. They've not giving them no attention, but they're endangered.
The only time I get Amber Alerts is when it's a toddler or infant.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only time. Literally.
Yeah. The Tennessee Bureau of Investigations and some are children who are missing in Tennessee that the TBI is working with other law enforcement agencies to locate. And yes, that can be a nightmare. And that needs to also improve. States need to work better together. The 40 children are currently missing. Have you seen them? This is not a comprehensive list of every missing child in the state of Tennessee. The children included below may be involved in a variety of circumstances, including parental abductions, children considered at risk, those who left home on their own, individuals who meet the criteria for AMBER, endangered child, other types of cases in which publicity may prove helpful in locating them. At least they're trying to talk about it. And it says if you have any information regarding any of these children, please contact the TBI, and the number's there. And I will also include that in my description. Who knows? But here's some. This is 40 of just 40. They don't even. They can't even tell you the exact number, and can't even show you flyers for every missing child. I have a problem with that. Look at this.
Yes, it's poor management.
Alea McCullough, missing April 14th, 2024. 14 years old. 14 years old. Still a baby. Okay, I'm not going to murder that name. Beltrand, I can pronounce. Excuse me. 15, Hispanic female, missing since March of 2024. No other information. That's it. Tells you her weight, her height, her hair color, her eye color. That's it. That's all the information. Flora Ortez, 15, same thing. Very little information. Very little. Kenya Parker. Beautiful.
Now,
She's
yeah,
13. She's a baby. She's 13. Oh
y'all
my
see why
God.
I've been hollering this for the past month? I know folks been mad at me. They ain't got shit to do. I don't give a damn. I'm gonna keep hollering about these damn kids.
Mm.
I don't even talk about kids, but that shit it's not sitting right with my soul. It's
She's
not.
She's only 13. And look, that's all the information there is on her. She went missing April 7th of 2024. That's it. Nothing. Maria, she's 14. She went missing March 12th of 2024. These are babies. 15. February 26th of 2020. Excuse me. I think I need to use something for my throat. Allergy season sucks. Look, this is, I mean, all they're telling you is their height, their weight, or not where they went missing from, where, they suspect that it was parental abduction or whatever. None of this information.
Nope. Nope. So even if you wanted to try to help spread awareness about it, you wouldn't even know where to start.
It tells you that there's a little bit of information on the 14-year-old, not much. What area she was last seen in, but they're not telling you if it could have been parental abduction, stranger abduction, nothing.
Nope.
She's been missing since August 3rd of 2023. Not a tip's been called in, nothing. Brian, wow. He even looks a little like Sebastian. That's crazy. 17. Been missing since 2023.
Hey, never lose hope. How long ago was that? I just saw your comment, never lose hope. How long ago was that? Because I don't remember seeing that name on the list at all. But then again, they just did tell us that they don't list every kid. They pick and choose who gets listed on the TBI list because they don't want to desensitize us. So there's that.
Yeah. It's okay that you're missing, but we're just not going to tell the public because we don't want them to not think about it.
Right.
Go ahead and go missing, though. Go ahead. It's okay. You're not white hair, blonde hair, blue eyed. So, we're going to drop you at the bottom. I'm sorry, but I'm waiting. That's how it seems to me. So I can say that because that's messed up.
Well, see, I try not, even though I'm half white, I don't speak on everything, but it does happen. If you don't have the complexion for the protection, you are not going to get the same services as Billy Bob would get.
Exactly. And it's true that there's nothing wrong with state. That is actually factual truth. And you'll find it everywhere. And I see it down here all the time. All the time. There was a child's remains last year that were found. Nobody even knew that child was missing. Nobody reported that child being missing. None of the family, none of the friends, nobody went to law enforcement. School didn't notice the kid wasn't coming to school. Unfortunately, it was a bad home situation. And unfortunately, it was the mama who did it.
Yeah, that don't surprise me.
But then we got these cases where, oh, well, they wondered, your home life wasn't so great, so they left. Okay, they're 12 and 13. Where the hell are they going to go? Go find them. Put them in a place where they'll be better.
Hold on. We take them out of a fucked up situation. Then we put them in these non-vetted ass other foster homes. Then they add more trauma because let's remember the Turpins and how they were done, y'all. I don't remember, even though it wasn't down here. That's how the system is fucked up down here. You get taken out of one fucked up situation, they put you in another fucked up situation to where the situation is even fucking worse to the point where you're getting essayed and shit. You go to your caseworker, the caseworker's like, yeah, you're just a trouble teen. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about. You're staying. And then when that child runs away, everybody's sitting there like, what the fuck? Well, she tried to talk to y'all. He tried to talk to y'all. Yep. Y'all did not want to fucking listen to this child because that child was a problem child.
And I've been a foster parent for years. I've been a foster parent in multiple states, from California to here, even in PA. Let me tell you, she's speaking the truth. I've seen it. I've seen it. And I've fought tooth and nail to try to get people to listen. Yes, the kid had problems. You would too if you grew up in the situation they were growing up in. But
Yeah.
that doesn't mean they can't be credible. You have to listen to the children. No, you just take them and stick them in a worse foster home. Because
Yeah.
unfortunately, there is bad foster homes and lots of
Yeah.
them.
They do it for a fucking check. I already
Mhm.
know.
And now that there's states that have the extra bonuses where, what percentage of they will classify the children on what percentage it would be to of reunification. There's lots of extra dollars to go to the foster home for that. Um, it's there. Don't get me wrong. There's a lot of good foster homes too. I have met some of the best people, but sadly, there's a lot of bad, and the kids are the ones that pay for it.
You know what, Artie Fox? I'm glad you said that.
What do you? I missed. Let me back up and see what he said.
The creator, I can say that subs are partially to blame for minorities not getting coverage. I mean, I put out a video. Hang on, the damn thing. I put out a video on an indigenous child, and it might got 5 views. I
Hmm.
still cover them, but it's disheartening. It
It
is.
is. It is. It really is. It never
It
lose hope.
is
Thank you for
because
coming
it's
in.
crazy as hell. When I'm roasting somebody, they'll tune in. But when I'm trying to talk about our justice system or how fucked up it is down here, don't nobody want to hear that. Which I get it. I understand y'all want the drama. Y'all feed into that shit.
Yeah.
I want awareness brought to the shit that happens,
Yeah.
not bullshit. I don't care about the drama. That's why, like,
There's
when
always time for the drama later. You can
right,
always do a separate live about the drama. I, if this gets just one tip called in that could help a child, then it's something. It's something. I'm a tiny speck of a channel. I don't get respect from most of these creators either because they don't care about you till you hit at least 5K.
yeah,
I've never been like that. I don't care if you have 5 subs or 5,000. It's what your content's all about, is what I
yeah,
care about.
bingo. And how do you bring that information or content out? If you were fucking putting out misinformation, and see, I don't want to put out shit I don't know about or speak on things I don't know about because I'm not trying to put that out there because I see how the community can run with shit and twist it through the grapevine, and
Mhm.
I'd just rather stick to the facts.
Look at these
And the
kids.
fact
They're
is, we got 40
13.
kids missing, and nobody has
Mhm.
put any light on them till now.
There's, like I said, I had a hell of a time finding any information.
Yeah, it is. I mean, it's sad. It's fucked up. It's sad, and people love hollering the kids matter, but when? How we pick and choose what child matters? How we pick and choose? Well, that child matters because that child has autism, but fuck these other kids.
Can you keep talking for a minute while I go grab a cough drop?
Mhm.
All right, thank you.
And that, yep, that's that's just how I feel with the situation. I mean, and others may feel differently. Um, Arctic, I love that you have been, and I will go sub up. I didn't know you was out here doing kid cases or covering missing people's cases, but I will definitely sub up and go watch your videos because that's what we need, more awareness for these kids that don't have that voice. And it's sad as fuck because these kids matter. These kids matter regardless of how you fucking feel. How them kids matter. regardless race, creed, any of this shit. Those kids matter, but and some of us like I was discussing this in another chat, and I was like, you have to let your voice be heard. I've tried. I've screamed it to the top of my fucking lungs.
Wow.
I've
Oh,
hollered about this for the past month at the top of my lungs. Nonsense to tell you, rabbit to tell you.
thank you.
Because I'll say this shit in they chat in a minute. Meanwhile, we still got 40 other fucking kids missing, and we worried about just one. I'm not saying that we don't need to. Yes, we need to find Sebastian. I'm not saying that at all. Bring Sebastian home.
Absolutely.
But let's bring them other 40 home too.
Let's bring them all home. That's what I say. All of them. I hate cough drops. My husband does not buy good ones. He buys the hardcore ones that taste nasty. And I don't know what else to do for my throat. It's allergies. There's no. Ugh,
No, I
horrible
know.
more.
With mine, it's the same thing. I got fucking pollen this damn thick on my truck right now. So,
Oh, you get it like that too? I mean, it gets so bad here. My little boy.
that baby, Memphis is horrible about.
That
Yes,
thick yellow shit, and it can get sticky. It can be hard to scrub up. My little one has severe allergies, so when it's like that, I don't even let him outside because he'll be a mess. I have to clean the patio in the morning, and by evening, it's the stuff. There's a thick layer of yellow everywhere. It's bad.
Yep.
It's bad.
So,
this dude's 17.
but
There's
and that's my thing. I just wanted to bring awareness to these other 40 kids. I'm not sitting here saying that Sebastian doesn't matter. So if anybody wants to try to clip certain shit, go suck a fucking dick. And I mean that.
Yep.
Y'all are not gonna put me in y'all strong. I said what the fuck I said, and I stand on the 10 toes down. Period.
Yep.
Y'all gonna learn that
And you
about
know
me.
what? The vibe I get from Sebastian's Chris and Katie, they would encourage this. They wouldn't take it that you're trying to take away from him. They would not.
It's like I'm not at all. I want that boyfriend. I like want all these missing. It's not just my state. That's what I was having a conversation with somebody else who had posted about it on our when you had posted it on your community tab. And I was like, maybe this can open up something bigger where we start discussing kids all across the US in
Mhm.
each state that doesn't get highlighted, because if it's happening here, you fucking bet your every goddamn dollar you got is happening in other states.
Oh my, it's terrible here, because there is a lot of what they call illegal aliens here, which I don't like that term either. But
I call them my amigos, and I know that probably sounds racist as hell, but I fuck with my amigos though. Like I fuck
it's
with them.
it's just so widespread, and there's so many, and there's a lot missing here, and there's a lot that there's not even photos for. So okay, how are you supposed to be able to identify them if you see them, if you don't know what they look like, don't know their eye color, their hair color, nothing? Look at this girl. She reminds me so much of my goddaughters. Oh, it breaks my heart. They actually have an extra photo of her. I've only seen that twice.
Yeah,
Twice.
that's the other girl and this girl. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Gosh, she reminds me so much of my goddaughters. Oh,
Like
and you know what? It's scary. If I was young, I'd have probably never had kids because this world's too scary today. Not today. It's too scary. You can trust no one when it comes to your children. Absolutely no one. And I don't. I'm a helicopter mom. I'll be the first to admit it. I'll stay a helicopter mom till the day I'm in my grave, because there's no one out here going to protect them.
I can't say that. Mama, well, she was a helicopter mom, but she wasn't. She wanted to know where I was at all the time, but she let me explore and do me and figure out me.
Yeah, you have to. Kids have to have their own identity. They have to know who they are, and I'm very strong on they have to know how to take care of themselves.
And
Because
that's why I get so like when I get in jam, like I'm in a jam right now. Hell ain't no saving me right now. But um, my mom, she's like, well, we can do this. I'm like, Mama, it's okay. I'll figure it out. I don't
Mhm,
need you. What like and I hate to say it, let me knock on wood, but y'all are 60s about to hit y'all 70s. I'm
mhm.
good.
And so
Cause I'm gonna have to do this when y'all are gone.
I got slammed by other foster parents because my kids make their beds when they get up. They clean up their rooms. They have things they know they have to do. And when they earn their allowance or they get tooth fairy money, they're
Yeah.
only allowed a percentage of that. A part of that has to go into their bank. They have to know how to live in this world today. It's not like when my son was growing up. It's a whole different world for these kids today.
Oh yeah, like technology. See, yeah, I was born in the '80s, so I was when technology was coming up. So
Mhm,
I remember the Game Boys, the Sega Genesis, the Super
mhm.
Nintendos, and all of
Yep.
that. The original PlayStations. Y'all never realize what it's like blowing into a fucking cartridge just to get the game to fucking work.
Oh yeah, my son did it all the time because that's where he started
Never
out with
know the
your
fucking
Nintendo.
struggle
Hell, up
or
till a
the
couple years ago,
VCR.
I still had an old Atari with about 100 games. I
Yeah.
didn't even know it was still worth. I didn't know it was worth any money. I sold it at a yard sale for $3.
Oh no, I still have my Super
If
Nintendo.
my PC shuts off, I'll come right back. It's the battery,
Mhm.
or it's not the battery. It's the now I'm realizing that it's the plug-in. But then the battery's not recharging when it is plugged in. So I think the guy's wrong. I think it is the battery too. But I will come right back. So everybody, please don't leave. Um, it only takes me a couple seconds to come right back. But hopefully it won't happen. But it's for some reason it's not charging. So I think he's wrong. I think it is the battery too. Because even when it's plugged in, it's it'll still drain the battery completely, and then I'll have to shut off and return on, and then it'll charge. So I think it is in the battery as well. I think I need a different tech guy.
Yeah, yeah, no, you're right. That is sounding like the battery, and it
Mm.
sounds like something's wrong with the charging port. But that's me.
Yeah, it doesn't. I have to really play with it to get it to chart to tell
Yeah,
me it's
it sounds
charging.
like something is wrong with the charging port, and that too, it could be a bad power cord. Have you replaced
Mhm.
the power cord?
Actually, yeah, I did just order one.
Hmm.
It should be here tomorrow. But the batteries aren't expensive. I can get one of them on um, Amazon. But it's the
Yeah,
idea of the way this laptop is. It's not like my old Hewlett Packard where I could just pop it out. You have to take it
and
apart
put
to
a
get to the
new one.
battery.
Yeah, yeah, because that's how mine is. You
So
can't
that
even
that
pop it out at
yeah,
all.
I have to take it to tech guy because I don't know shit about him. Shit, my other one, I just popped the damn battery out and replaced it with a new one. Um, and I have no idea how to change this cord, or I don't know that kind of stuff, and I'm not going to mess with it because and that's sad because this thing's only not even a year old, almost. But that's what I get for buying what I did. My husband tried to tell me. Yeah, no, he tried to tell me. Who don't know nothing about electronics, but he told me don't buy dirt cheap. It's not gonna help. Well, he was so right.
Yeah, yeah. Well, see, and I don't have to buy them because of work. They supply that shit. But I got my own tablets and stuff. But
Yeah, see, it won't
hopefully
even.
I'm waiting on a new one. They're supposed to be rolling out new ones because we got to operate on Windows 11. I think it's the new one. I don't
Yeah,
remember what. Yeah. So they're rolling that out with my company. So I'm supposed to be getting a new one here soon. But I try to stay off of my work laptop though, because I don't mix business with my personal life, 'cause
hmm
I don't need y'all all in my shit. So
I love my Hewlett Packard. It was what it would cost to upgrade that, because it's so old and it's still
yeah,
running on Windows 8. That's how old it is. Um, it wouldn't be worth it. it can't. I can't stream. I can't even watch videos on it, because it does not buffer. But I can't stream stuff from it. It can't handle the bandwidth because
Yeah.
it's Windows 8 and it's old. But that thing works like a man. And that one wasn't that expensive. I think it was like 378, but that was what 10, 12 years ago. Um, I'm one of them
Shit, that
people
was
that hold on
expensive
things till
back
they
then.
fall apart. Yeah, I'm one of them people that hold on things till they fall apart. I'm bad about that.
No,
Um,
I do too, especially like if it's something my mama gave me, I'm probably not throwing it away.
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
just being honest.
Look at all these kids. Jesus, I'm just scrolling down through all the missing kids. So little information.
Mm-hmm.
Jeez. And I was looking at Florida because this got me to look at Florida.
Uh-huh.
Mm, boy, Florida politicians need to get off their ass and quit worrying about freaking fighting over medical marijuana and just freaking make it legal and get on with it because you're making tons of freaking money. Um,
He did
but
some other bullshit down there too, didn't he? Oh no, actually, I
mm,
think that was actually kind of smart. They let was it Florida that squatters no longer have rights, basically.
well,
I think
no, and they don't. And the reason for that, now I do agree with that because I've seen it happen
I've seen
where
it happen.
they will move into, there's a lot. Florida's a transient state. There's a lot of
Right,
people that own property here that live all over the place. And sometimes, hell, the dude that bought our building off us, he never even seen nothing but a video of the building. I
right.
handled all the finances, everything for him. Never met this man. He just we sold our building because we only bought the rental properties, the apartment buildings to pass on. Our son passed away. We didn't want to do it. He passed away in that building. I didn't want that building no more.
Yeah,
Um, he bought I my building sold in 12 hours. I had the maximum amount of contracts on it, 5. Everybody I got more than I asked for it. I it, he bought it and we ran it for him for the first 3 years, which was a nightmare. But I controlled everything about it. People don't understand. They will move into a house if it sits empty for a little while, and if they get those utilities and stuff turned on and establish residency, they can claim that property for free.
mm-hmm.
They sure can, and they've done it. Many have done it. You could do it with boats and everything down here. Yep. My neighbor got a real nice boat. I mean, he got a probably $70,000, $80,000 boat for free. For
Yeah,
free. Yep. So they did have to do something about that because it was getting out of hand. And then we got people that are going around renting you a house that can't rent you that house.
yeah. I know. They was doing it here. They're doing it here in Memphis too. Trust me.
Mm,
It's not just if they're doing the same shit. Like dude was scamming folks out of their money and some more
mm-hmm.
shit. I know he had this house for rent. They would give him 1,200 first month rent plus deposit. Yada yada. Get the key, and guess what? They can't even fucking get in. And he
I
would
would
just
never.
repost it back online, and folks was trying to tell folks like, "Hey, bro, this like scamming." But you know how folks hard headed too, so or they
I
don't be online like that.
I would never be a landlord again with apartment buildings. Hell to the no. People will call
Yeah.
you for a freaking light bulb in the hallway in the middle of the fucking night. I am not kidding you. I have heard people's grandmothers died 10 times. That's why they couldn't pay their rent. And I'm a sucker when it comes to kids. People know that.
Yeah.
I'm a sucker. You see it. You see me coming. Hell, I used to buy all my tenants' kids Christmas presents. Easter baskets, birthday party. That's just me. But you could only. I never lost an eviction, and honey, unfortunately, I had to do it because they think because you have the property, you got money. Oh no, no! If I didn't get those rents, I couldn't make my mortgage
I
payment
know.
on that
I know
property.
because well, for one, they swear like you said, they think you have money. They don't. They don't. They. I call it pocket watching. You're trying to
Hmm.
watch my pockets, and you're trying to see if I got it, but I ain't got it, Libby. I ain't got it.
Hmm.
Like This apartment complex costs me overhead every time y'all's water, heat, or whatever goes out. I
Mhm.
have to pay to get that fixed. I have to maintain the property, maintain the lawn, maintain this, maintain the property lights, sewage, and yada yada. All of that stuff adds up.
Yep. Yeah, I had to pay the water bill. I had
Plus
to,
taxes.
taxes, insurance, and insurance on rental property down here is through the roof. The closer you get to the beach, and we were only 2 minutes from the beach. In fact,
Mhm.
when our son passed away, we had just put a contract on another apartment building on beachside. But I yanked that, and you lose your deposit, but oh well, because there's no way I was going to buy that building and just be us. You know, it was just too much to deal with. We ended up buying the 2 unit house next door, um, but the dude that bought our building bought both properties, and then I ended up being a sucker and managing it for him for. I was so glad I'm out of that. I would never do it again. They would have to be like $1 million homes
Yeah,
for me to be a landlord again, and you'd have to basically sign over your next child as a security
yeah,
deposit. Because I'll tell you what, people will destruct your property and don't give two
yeah.
shits.
They don't care because they don't. And once I realized the powership or the power of owning and ownership, and that is yours to own, and that is yours to, you know, to maintain,
Hmm.
it is come your mindset changes. Because I know when I used to rent, and man, fuck this house, this shit ain't mine. But when I started owning, oh shit, the air conditioner fucking up. Oh shit, the bathroom
Hmm.
toilet fucking up. Oh shit, I got $4,000 in taxes I gotta pay every year.
Yeah.
This is some bullshit.
Yeah.
Like, but it made me appreciate what I do have.
Hmm.
And it
And
made me understand that no, there's a reason why you had to pay rent like that, or there's a reason why you had to, pay these costs because it costs for them.
I remember when I used to have to file the evictions, and we would have to meet the sheriff at the building to do the lockouts, or we had to go to if very few tenants fought it. A couple tried,
Mhm.
but they didn't win because I didn't evict you unless you were not paying your rent and not making no attempt. And I never charged late fees or anything like that because people can't afford that shit. I didn't charge that last first and security and all that other shit. It was flat out. People can't afford that shit. All I ask is that you take care of it because we bust our asses taking care of it, keeping it nice for you to live in. So do your part. When I
Right,
rented, I had to be proud of where I lived. I had to have a clean house. I never destroyed anybody's property.
right,
I always took care of it.
right.
I just expected the same respect, but you don't get it. You don't, and you can
No,
check out people till you're blue in the face because I did it. I ran background checks. I ran credit checks. You can do that till you're blue in the face. Until they live there, you don't know them. They can have any Joe Blow write a letter of recommendation saying they were a landlord, or give
yep,
you any Joe Blow's phone number saying they were the landlord, and you know, so
yep.
all that didn't even matter either. And I had some really good tenants over the years, and I had unfortunately a lot of bad. But there was times I'd be in that clerk of court's office filing my evictions. I'd actually cry because I knew they had kids. But after 4 months, I couldn't keep them no more. I couldn't afford to pay their utilities and their rent no more. And there was times I paid tenants rent because I knew they couldn't do it.
And I get that and I understand that. I don't know. I think my way of thinking, like, I'm a hard ass, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I'm a hard
Oh,
ass. Like,
it
yeah, I feel for your kids, but
oh,
how
it
many
turned me a
people
hard ass. It did. It turned me into a real hard
you
ass.
know you had to pay rent? Like, this is not a bill that just all of a sudden popped up. You
Hmm.
know, every month on the first that bill is due, or you ain't got go somewhere and stay for free. Even the shelters
Hmm.
charge you now. Unfortunately, and that's fucked up to say, but it's true. If you're gonna stay in the shelter for the night, they charge.
Yep. Yep.
Or here in
And I,
Memphis, they do. I don't know about other cities, but here in Memphis, they will charge for if you go to the shelter. And a lot of people don't want to go to the shelter because of the stealing and raping and all of that stuff. Y'all know what happens at the shelters. So a
mm-hmm,
lot of people don't even want to go.
mm-hmm. And I
But
mean, when the judge tells the people that are trying to fight the eviction, if you can't make it with this lady as your landlord, you ain't making it nowhere. Because I would take payment, I would do whatever. People go through tough times, but when you
yes,
see that it's not tough times, that they're out shopping and buying new clothes and going to amusement parks and not paying their rent, oh, hell no, you're getting evicted. Sorry. And it got to the point where it didn't phase me anymore.
priorities fucked up.
Yeah.
And
It, it,
that's the issue I be having with like my people per se.
mhm.
That's it. And I don't try to judge nobody because of like his I was raised in South Memphis, and if you know about Memphis, then you know about South Memphis. South Memphis, funky town, one of the
Mhm.
worst goddamn parts of Memphis. Like that's where a lot of the shit started. And I
My God, this child
I'm a
is
little bit
considered.
harder on my folks because it's like we got to do better because our grandparents did not fight for ending slavery and us getting out of sharecropping and all of this shit. Only for y'all to go out here and shoot each other over some dumbass shit, over some territory that you don't fucking own, or over a drug debt. Now you done lost your life
Hmm.
over some stupid shit when we could have been men or women and handled it that way.
You're right, Arctic Fox. People do that. I never did. I have no right to tell somebody if they can smoke or not. That's on them. They're an
Well,
adult.
I
They can do
smoke,
what they
but,
want. But there's a
yeah,
lot of people that won't rent to you if you smoke cigarettes.
yeah, I know.
And that's I'm sorry, that's crossing a line that I think I think that's gone too far. I don't think that should be allowed. I mean, you don't own these people. They're your tenants. They're paying you rent. You don't own them.
Arctic. That's why I had to move in my condo because I got at first I had two pits. Ain't nobody taking pits here.
Nope, not here. Oh, it's impossible to
Pits?
get someone to rent to you with a
No,
pet.
no. It's
Yep.
to the point now where most apartment complex or rental condos, if it's over like say 40 pounds, it can't even be on property. They won't even list the
Hmm.
dogs out no more. They'll just say if it's over 40 pounds, you can't have it.
Yep.
And it's fucked up because I was like, bro, where the fuck? I'm not getting rid of my fucking dogs. Y'all got me fucked up. And I meant that I will sleep in my fucking vehicle before I get rid of them. And folks was
Yep.
like, you dumb, fuck that. I don't care. That's all they know is me. And then I have to dump them somewhere because I can't find a place to stay. Nah, hell no. It don't work like that. No.
No. And in today's market, number one, I wouldn't even buy real estate in this market. Back when we
No.
sold when we sold
Oh,
our building, it was that was what 17, almost 18 years ago. We flipped that building and we doubled our profit. You know, but we'd be shit out of luck if we had to buy something today to live in because there's just no freaking way. There's just no way that the prices of property is
it's
un
already it's already you know what I'm talking about, Kathy. It's already ballooned.
and
But
rents.
now we're waiting on that. You know what's gonna happen.
Mm-hmm,
It's already ballooned and it's at the top of the ceiling.
mm-hmm,
That balloon's gonna get busted, and guess
mm-hmm.
what? That
It's
shit
gonna
gonna
be gonna be
go
another
right back
crash. Yep, there's gonna be another crash. Only this time not because mortgages were given out like candy, um, but because of just the whole market, the whole economy. People can't. My girlfriend, she's a foster mom. She's a single mom, and she's adopted two of her foster kids so far. Um, she's paying almost $4,000 a month for a stupid townhouse. I mean, it's nothing special. It's nothing special. Thank God she works all day because she wouldn't be able to do it.
Yeah, I'm
How do
sorry.
you expect people to pay that kind of rent? I mean, a house like mine with a pool, you'd probably pay $4,000 to $5,000, if not more, for a month. How can people afford that?
I
The
don't,
house
I
next
don't
door
know.
don't have nothing special. It's going for 20. And the only reason why he's only paying 2,900 is because he's been there for 5 years, and they. But if you would go to rent that today, it would cost you about 3,500.
I don't know. I mean, I've seen it in NYC, Cali. I don't know how hell even Detroit. And for Detroit to be such a fucking shit city, um, yeah, rent out there is not nice. But
Mm-mm.
like NYC and Cali alone, I no wonder why they asking for $20 for fast food workers shit. But here's the problem: every time y'all ask for more money, guess what? Cost of living's gonna go up. That's fucked
Yep.
up, but it's a
Hmm.
catch-22, and that's the one. That's how it goes. That's
Hmm.
economics 101. You
Yep.
ask for more money, just like we did with COVID when all of that shit happened, and they said, "All right, okay, y'all want more money? Everybody wants to get paid $20 an hour." Your shit at the grocery store going up, your shit at the gas pump
Hmm.
going up, and any fucking thing else you want is going up.
And guess what? That little raise you got isn't shit because what you got
Exactly.
is
We're gonna
nothing
eat that
compared to
shit
how
up.
it doubled and tripled.
We're
It's
gonna eat
it.
that shit up in state taxes. Matter of fact, we're
Uh-huh.
gonna raise state taxes on your ass too, since you got a raise.
Yep. That's one good thing,
That's
Florida. We don't have
exactly
state
what happened.
taxes. We don't have state tax, state or local. Thank God. Because in Pennsylvania, that used to kill us. We just have federal here, and then your property taxes, your school taxes, all that's involved in that. But we don't have state and local here. Thankfully.
We have state, but we like it. Well, let me read because I don't have kids. Surprise, surprise.
Mhm.
Because I don't have kids, I make too much according to Uncle Sam, so I
Mhm.
always end up owing every year, unfortunately.
Mhm.
Um, which
And
is
it's
fucked up
insane.
because I'm struggling to get by my damn self, and I'm sitting here. I was telling my mama this shit the other day. I got to come up on a second job. I have to. There's not an option, and it's
Mhm.
sad because single people like me, it's either
Ye-
get a second job or be on the street.
Yep. Yep. Well, before we got, there's rules too with fostering, as far as taxes and stuff. So in the years that we did it, and all the years we had our goddaughters, because we didn't have no legal paperwork, we could never claim them. So we would get nailed with taxes, even though we were financially supporting children 100%. We couldn't claim it.
Right.
It's insane. You you're not supposed to try to set people back. You're supposed to be helping them.
They don't.
I swear everything is
They
set up so
don't.
that you don't succeed.
They don't. They don't. Like I said, I'm dealing with a situation right now, and I have to pay all of this shit off in order to get this shit back on track. But in order for me to pay all this shit off, I need to get a second job. But
Hmm.
I have no way there because I don't have a vehicle. So what you want me to do?
Yeah,
it's it's
it's
it's a catch
insane.
22. It's like what the fuck? Well, we can give you 3 months. Yeah, but that 3 months ain't gonna change anything because y'all are
No.
still asking me to come up on 2 grand. I
Hmm.
don't have that type of money laying around.
Yeah.
I don't know anybody that does. Even the fucking drug dealers are struggling right now.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah.
When I see the drug dealer struggling, this is no
You
like
know
I've
it's bad.
seen a fucking drug dealer struggling and they're struggling to pay their goddamn bills and pay for a pack.
Yeah.
We got
I got
problems,
to be
man.
honest. My weed dude, he quit. When it became medically legal here and stuff like that, he quit and went and got himself a 9 to 5. He said it's just you can't. The state's the one making all the money on it now, but it's crazy.
Yeah,
It's And then you go to the grocery store and it's like, okay,
you're
do I eat
picking and
ramen
choosing.
noodles all
Well,
week?
Exactly, because I'm sorry, my dogs come first, and
Uh-huh.
one of them is on a special diet. So this is no lie, y'all. I spend about $200 on dog food every 2 weeks. That's
Wow.
no lie.
Yeah.
That's not treats, and that's just strictly dog food
Yeah. Well, our
because
vehicle
one of
just
them is
broke
on a
down.
special diet.
It was $3,000 to fix our truck. We can't
Yeah,
be without a vehicle. My husband can't go to work. It took every penny we had. It drained our bank. And now
yeah,
I've got to scrape up to take this dog to the vet. But he's going to the vet no matter what I got to do. Because that
yeah.
dog did not ask to be sick. That dog did not ask to be on this earth. I took him. I took that responsibility.
Right.
But
And
there is no help for none of that. You should be able to claim your vet bills. You should be able to claim your pet care. You should.
especially if I'm helping with the fucking population that is ever growing,
Mhm.
because like here in my city, that's how I ended up a little bit. Don't nobody want a damn pit, a
No,
rescue pit at that.
no, I wasn't letting him get put down. I couldn't. I couldn't do it.
Because
He,
I like the plan was to take her to mass, but if anybody in Tennessee knows about mass, and folks love saying mass is a no kill, that's a fucking lie.
yeah, I get sick
They
of
are.
hearing no kill. Yeah, they do. They do.
They are. And if they are pit mixed with pit, any of that, guess what? They're first on the list.
Yeah, he would have had 72 hours. He would have had 72 hours at the shelter before he was put
And
down.
I cried and I cried and I cried and I was like, Mom, I can't do it. Because I had no intentions on keeping her. I didn't name her. I wouldn't get close. I only brought her in because of a snowstorm. And I was like, it is too fucking cold. Your skin and bones, it's literally -1 degrees outside.
Yeah,
I'm not leaving you outside. So
yeah,
come on. I
yeah.
brought her in, brought her in the kennel. Well, she chose me. I didn't choose her. She chose me. I
Well, my
let her outside the next day. She walked like she was about to walk off. I get in the truck because we had a snowstorm. I get in the truck because I can drive in snow, sleet, all of that shit. My daddy's a truck driver. He taught me how to drive in this shit. I'm going to the store. She hops in the truck with me,
yep.
rides with me to the store. When we got back to the house, she walked in the door and I said, well, I guess you're here to stay. And I started making phone calls to figure out what I could do. Cause at that time I couldn't afford to go get her shots. I had literally
Hmm.
just got their shots, them fixed, all of that, which cost me about $1,500 doing
See,
all
that's
that.
one thing around here is the humane societies. There's vets that volunteer their time, and our vet is one of them. Where for $75 you can get or less, and if you don't have the $75, they'll work with you, but you can get them neutered or spayed, their shots, their heartworm test.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, it's the old school anesthesiology they have to use. That, but and it does burn a little bit. But there's you can go and they have shot clinics and stuff.
Yeah.
Thankfully, around here, um, but I think my dog had a stroke yesterday because it's his back legs and they keep giving out on him, and he's very unsteady. And yeah, I think he had a stroke. I'm hoping I'm wrong, and I hope he's going to be
I hope
okay.
you are too, but I
But
mean,
I got
you'll
to take
know.
him to the vet. I got to. I can't not take him to the vet.
No, and you're doing right because I do the same damn thing. I'll figure it out later when we cross that bridge. Shit, but you
Hmm.
going to the vet first. You my
Hmm.
baby.
And if he gets any worse, screw that. It's going to cost $500 to walk in the door to the clinic before they even touch him. I'll be
Mm,
driving that almost 2 hours and taking him to that clinic. But I did speak to my vet, and he was great about calling me right back. And he thinks that, because he is up moving around some and he is, doing normal things, that he'll be okay till morning. And my vet won't charge me an emergency fee.
yeah.
So, you know, um,
See, that was the thing. Like with a little bit, I was able to secure a private donor for her.
oh, that's great.
And Miss Kathy, shout out to Miss Kathy. Same name as you, Kathy. Shout out to Miss Kathy though, because she does run a small rescue. And if it wasn't for that lady, like a little bit probably wouldn't be here.
Yeah. Uh,
So
that would be my downfall if I was ever blessed enough to win the lottery. Kids and animals. There's where my mind. There's several people around here that run private rescues on their own, and
Yeah.
they put a lot of their own money and all of their time into it. The one does all dogs. I mean, she is. You can call her, and in minutes, she's out picking up that dog you see running loose. And she rehomes. She is an amazing person. And then we have the one that does a cat rescue, and she
Hmm.
takes them all in, and they get vets to work with them, with care. If they need medical, they find a way to do it. If they have to
Yeah.
beg on Facebook, they do it. These people are freaking amazing. And the
Yeah.
people that help out, the one
Yeah.
really needed a lot of vet care, and it was going to be a couple $1,000s because it was major surgery. One person stepped up and paid every dime of that. That dog is doing amazing. Got into a great forever home, and it was a pit bull mix that
See,
nobody wanted.
and they're
She's
the best fucking dogs.
Yeah, she's doing amazing.
But they'll turn on you. Shut up, because I ain't never had one turn on me ever.
Mm-mm. I
I've had
haven't.
kids since I was a little girl. When I mean little girl, I'm talking about 3 or 4 years old. I'm riding them like a damn horse, pulling their ears, pulling their tails. Guess what? Ain't none of them ever snapped at me. Now they may have played too rough and may have bit down on my hand or something by accident, but as soon as they know, oh
Mhm.
shit, mom, I wasn't trying to bite you, my bad. They apologize.
Yeah.
Like I ain't never had a pit turn on me.
Yeah,
It's how you raise them.
I went through hell when we took him with our insurance company, our homeowners insurance. They were like, "Well, he's a Brendel Pit, so
And
so he is the biggest baby in the world." Lure and girl. Oh my God. Thank you. Wow.
that's what's up,
Oh
Lord.
my
That's what's
God.
up.
Thank you so much.
Hey, there you
Oh,
go. That's what's
wow.
up.
Wow. I'm never speechless.
Never
Thank you
can
so
be
much.
like you got supporters out here. I appreciate you, like I've told you numerous times, thank you for stepping up and help spread this awareness of these kids. Arctic nonsense. I know Duchess, a lot of y'all have stepped up and tried. Hey Cash, I love you too. I saw you.
Yeah,
I
and
saw
Cash
you.
is my buddy.
Um y'all have stepped up and tried to be a voice for these voiceless kids, and that's all I can ask for. I'm not trying to ask the world to stop what they're doing. It would be great if y'all would do that, but I'm realistic. I know that's not going to happen,
Yeah.
you know
I wish
but
I could do more. Sometimes it just doesn't seem enough.
it'll never be enough, not until we get off
And I
this.
thank you for coming in and giving me a chance to do this because I'm not a true crime channel, and
Yeah,
I
like
really
I
appreciate you.
don't cover kids. This the whole thing with Sebastian, and I don't like talking about kids. Kids are my soft spot. I don't
Mm,
like talking about it. Like I have enough of my own trauma with kids and things like that. So I don't like talking about it. I don't. But like I said in the beginning, this shit is what's really bothering me because all right, we done spent this time on Riley. All right, we done spent this time on Sebastian. What about these other kids?
yeah, exactly. And
Nobody except that one news station, that fucking one, has
yep,
said anything about it.
yep. When I was trying to find information, I was like, "What do you mean? You're saying there's all these kids missing? That's the end of it? No, get out there. You're a reporter. Get your bones this way. Get out there and do some. Be the one responsible for bringing some of these kids home.
Right.
But
Yeah, I
nonsense, you
wouldn't
do
holler about what
amazing.
y'all are doing.
Hmm.
You don't shine a light on some of these other kids.
Yeah.
If y'all doing that much.
And all week, I've got individual screenshots of all of the, not all, I can't say all because I can't get flyers on all of them. There isn't flyers on all of them.
There's not there's not flyers on all of them. There's not pictures on all
No.
of them. You barely get a description of what happened on all of them. That and every damn week, Kathy can tell you because she saw it with her own eyes. The
Mhm.
number increases
Yeah, it
every week.
does. It does. I was looking up this, and in Ohio, there's so many missing kids in this one area, and over 50%, there's not a photo. There's not no description, just a name. Just a name. That's it.
Look, how we supposed to find them?
I my comment to them was exactly that. How am I supposed to know if I see one? If I don't even know what they look like? And I'm a nosy bitch. I'm gonna look.
And see, and that's mystery. You're right about that, and that's why I stay the fuck away from them cases that
Mhm.
are popular. Fuck that. You see how like Tyree's case has died down and nobody's talking about it no
No,
more?
not at all. That pissed me off when that
That's
Mallory
what I
went down
like
there.
covering.
Yeah.
That's what I like talking about, or the
Mhm.
shit that goes on in Memphis. Like the judge is letting motherfuckers out that shit. Well, it wasn't the judge, it was the commissioner. Now, which I'll have a live on that maybe tomorrow about that shit because I did promise y'all an update on that. But
Yeah, I
it,
watch I
it
watch you all the time. I don't always get to catch your lives, but I always watch them replay. I
thank you.
learned so much from you.
But like it's a lot of fuck shit in Memphis alone, and I'm comfortable talking about my city because my city, I was born and raised in this city. I know it like the back of my hand.
Chico, someone's asking in chat if you have Venmo.
Ugh, I don't do Venmo, y'all.
I don't either.
I don't. I have one, but I don't do it.
Okay.
And the reason why I don't it because it'll dox me basically. Of course, I've
Yeah.
already doxed myself before, but because I don't want nobody
Yeah.
because man, y'all not finna have the upper hand on me. Fuck y'all. I don't give a fuck.
Mhm. I came out with my name because I figured, they're going to find it anyway.
When I'm like, just stay the fuck away from my job.
Mhm.
Don't be calling making frivolous ass bullshit up,
Mhm.
and we good. You can be mad at me, send hate email to me, whatever.
Mhm.
I don't appreciate folks including Rabbit and shit I say because that
Right.
really did piss me off
Yeah.
what happened with that. And I have a guess on who did it, but I can't say for sure that
Mhm.
person did it. So I'm not. But bitch, that was some weak ass shit that you did. And
Yeah,
you
it
know,
was. Yeah, it was. Very.
I didn't even say anything negative about you. So for you to write a 4-page letter on me to Rabbit about that, that was petty as hell.
People crack me up. It's like they are so bored and so unhappy in their own lives that they got to go mess with everybody else's. I don't care about nobody's personal life. I'm not going to dox you. I'm not going to put out your personal information. I don't care enough about you. I care about what you do on this YouTube. I care about your content. That's all I'm talking about.
And see
You,
that what did I nonsense? What did I say? I don't even go on their fucking side. What are they talking about? The
hmm
fuck? But it was just weird. So, but I just cover the cases like Tyrese or um the Goon Squad down there, Rankin County Goon Squad. Like a lot of people haven't heard about them and what they were doing for years. They terrorized the community down there
hmm
for years, and nobody would believe them because all of these deputies were a part of this squad, and they were literally torturing folks.
Yeah. I see. When I seen all, I was blown away. I was like, "You got to be fucking kidding me!" How? Oh, and I'm sorry, but I do believe that they deserve harsher punishment. I'm sorry, but I do
Oh
because of the
yeah,
positions they held.
20, 30, 40 years, that
Mm,
ain't shit.
no.
Y'all really shot a man in his mouth, split his, I'm not letting that part go. Y'all fucked
Mm-mm.
his tongue up to where he can't even talk normal no more.
Yeah.
You literally split his shit in half. Sorry, y'all. Trigger warning. It's fucked up, but that part pissed me the fuck off. Then you said you shot him because he was reaching for a gun. How did he reach for the gun if he was handcuffed already?
Yeah,
Make it make
exactly.
sense, Houseway.
Yep. And I think one of the things that really made it worse for me was when that other creator, Mallory, went down there and tried to make a joke out of Tyree's case. It just, it struck a nerve like no other.
Like it bothers me. But
Yeah.
I knew that was gonna happen, and I said it from the jump. People are gonna forget about Tyree.
Hmm.
It's like they're forgetting about these court cases. Like there's court cases going on right now.
They move on to the next cash cow.
Yeah. And folks ain't worried about what's gonna happen with like Tyree's
Right.
the cop in
Yeah.
Tyree's case.
How do I give that to you? That's for you. How do I give that to you?
We'll talk about it.
Okay. Thank you,
Uh
Capt.
thank you, chap. It's just a lot of things that bothered me and didn't sit right with me, and I'll never forget it. It was when when they first tried to move Tyrese's case out of Memphis because they said all of us was biased. They said they wouldn't be able to find a jury pool because all of us was biased.
Everybody's biased. Okay. Okay. Did they even bother to try? No.
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 And that's when it really pissed me off. And I sent it to Rabbit and I said, you know what? Fuck this. I'm gonna make a video on it. And I did a short. And that's what started it all. That's what got me. And no, I don't go live often. Well, like I've been touching grass. I've been out here living life. I've
Yeah.
had weddings. I've had funerals. I've had a lot go on in the past, just like month alone. So I've been out here living life, and I've been trying to enjoy the people I do have in life because I swear it's like every time I turn around, somebody else I know is dying.
Mm.
So I'm trying to enjoy life with the people that matters the most to me.
It got to the point when I seen where back home, when the area code, my phone would ring and the area code would be back home. I didn't want
Mm-hmm.
to answer. I didn't want to answer it. I didn't want to hear it.
You
I
knew.
Yeah, yeah.
Anytime I get a call from one of my aunts that I know, like, well, you all right? Yeah. We'll message before they'll call me. Okay. Now I talk to my family and we'll most likely message before, a phone call takes place. But when my aunt calls me, something going on. And I probably don't want to know.
Yep.
And
Yeah, I feel that.
so
Because I swear that's the only time I ever hear from two of my relatives. It's like bad news. I'm like, I don't even want to hear it. Whose whose funeral are we going to?
yeah.
You know, it's like, and I lost my two sisters 6 weeks apart. The one that was, I stand on that. I do believe he murmured her. And 6 weeks later, I lost my other sister, unfortunately, to alcoholism, her liver. She was only 57. My other sister was only 53.
That's crazy.
Yeah. I,
But I mean, that's how it was 6 days, Kathy, for us.
ow.
My cousin, then my aunt.
Yeah, that's,
And my aunt passed the day I went to the wedding, and they didn't call me and tell me, and I said, y'all did right, because if y'all would have told me while I was at the wedding, I would have been mad the whole goddamn week.
I just lost my little brother. I always called him my baby brother because he was the baby of the family, It was me and him were the last two at home.
Right.
And I was still dealing with losing him to leukemia, and he died horribly. It's god awful, and he had perfect matches for stems, but it just it didn't matter. And I was still dealing with that when I lost my son. So it's
And
hard.
that's hard because it like you can't even process one death without another.
Yeah.
You know, it's fucked up. I get it though. I understand. I get it because you think you have a lot enough time, but sometimes you don't. Sometimes you just have to go ahead and do it because time is not promised to us. Unfortunately, I
Yep.
wish it was, but it's not. You don't know if you're gonna wake up tomorrow. Just like I don't know.
Yep.
Hell, the asteroid could come. You know, anything could happen.
Anything could happen.
And that's why I try not to leave people on bad terms. I try not to, but if you're just a shitty person, fuck you. Fuck where you at in life
Mhm.
and fuck all that. I don't care. You're just a shitty, horrible person.
Yep. A good friend of mine who also at the time was my son's VPK teacher. Her sister was in her 20s, healthy as a horse. Found out she was pregnant. They'd been trying for a couple years to have a baby. She died in her sleep that night. Just died. Never had a, never sick, never nothing. Just, and nobody, I mean, her husband woke up for work and she was laying deceased beside him.
Yeah.
It's, you just, you don't know.
You
And
don't. It comes, death comes when they're ready to come.
yep.
I say there because I don't know if death is a woman or man, or it could take both. You never know what it takes, if what
Like,
form, what presence.
like I
But
said, I talked to my sister at 6:30 in the evening. She was doing dinner dishes and I get a call 12 hours later that she's gone.
yeah,
Yeah.
and it's that quick
Yep.
because, like you said, my mama had talked to my aunt Donna, and Mama did. She say, well, she was bad, but she'll be all right. I was like, okay. We knew she was in hospice, but I'm thinking, well, she's making phone calls. She's there, you know. Surely she'll wait until after Jamie's funeral.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, she couldn't anymore, which I get it. I understand. She was suffering. She
Yeah.
was suffering. She had lost so much weight.
Sometimes it's the best. It's hard, and I'm sorry for your loss. I really am. But
No,
sometimes
it
you're
is.
happy that it ends, so they're not suffering anymore.
Yeah, that's how I feel. I was like, at least with my cousin, we know she's safe. We ain't got to worry about where she's at, who she's with, what she's doing. Is she safe? Is she not safe? Do we got to run to Florida to go get her? Because that shit used to happen a lot. And with Aunt Donna, pretty much the same thing. I mean, she wasn't an addict. She had so many health issues that
Yeah.
and it was like, you know what though? They're no longer suffering.
Yeah.
That's all you can pray for
Yeah.
and be grateful for. And I will say, when we was at Jamie's funeral, Friday or yesterday, um, no, Friday, yeah, Friday. I'm a day behind because of work, because I missed work Friday. Uh, it was beautiful. We got to laugh and joke and trip on who she really was. Now you know how when y'all get in the church house and
Yeah.
folks be doing all that. Oh, she
Mhm.
was a good person. No, we told the truth, and it was good, wholehearted laughter and putting her to rest. This is
Yeah.
how she would want it. You wouldn't want to
That's
sit here crying like
nope.
that. I know she wouldn't, because she was the life of the damn party. She wouldn't have wanted us in there doing that. So
And
when
she'd
we
want
started cracking jokes, we had fun.
that's what she'd want though. That's exactly what she would want. She would
Yep.
want you to honor how she was, not be sad and miserable about her leaving.
Yep.
My mom was the same way, and she told all of us, and she made it clear, don't you dare sit around and cry. And she would call it piss bag. Um, she said, "You celebrate my life. She said, I was blessed to have all of you. You
Yeah,
celebrate me." Yeah.
yeah. And I've told my people that, man, look here. When I go, don't cry. Do not cry for me, because I got to live life how I wanted to, when I wanted to. I did what the fuck I wanted to do.
Yep.
And if I didn't, it was probably not meant for me anyway.
Yep.
But don't mourn for me. Celebrate my life. Shit. Y'all know what I like doing. No, I wasn't a drinker, but I said, y'all better fire one up in that church house. I know that much. Fuck the pastor. I don't give a fuck. You better fire one up in that church house. They was like,
Yeah.
we got the hands, fam. We can do it for you. I was like, I don't give a damn. Just.
Yep.
But it,
I'm
it,
sorry to hear that, Rainbow Mom. That's sad. Oh, I'm so sorry. That's sad. On vacation, that sucks.
oh, man, Rainbow Mom, I'm sorry. That's hard.
But guys, I've been on here 2.5 hours. I am making a roast for dinner to feed my family, a big Sunday dinner, because I have to have a big Sunday dinner. I grew up that way. I'm always been that way. We need the table set. We need the whole shebang.
Yeah,
It's a
it's time
Sunday,
for me to make
and I'm
that second round to
yeah,
lick the dog's OUT.
yeah. I'm gonna be back live at 7 o'clock. It's gonna be a big one. I not giving out. There's gonna be some special guests. Probably gonna shock a lot of y'all. Shocking the hell out of me right now.
Oh
Um,
shit, I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here. I'm gonna be here.
and I've been torn about it, and I've talked to nonsense about it. Thank God for nonsense. Thank God for nonsense. She's such. I don't know. I'm just so thankful I have her in my life. She's so helpful. It's been a hard one for me to decide on whether or not to even do it, but I'm doing it because I feel these people deserve a platform to speak about what all the vultures have been doing out here. Hopefully, it comes off without a hitch and everything goes well. I'm hoping.
You got this. You got it, girl. You got
thank
it.
you, thank you so much, Chico. And um, if you have Cash App or something, I can Cash App you. Um,
Yeah,
we'll take
I'll
care of
just
that.
email you.
Okay.
But thank y'all. I appreciate y'all letting me come chill with y'all today. And thank you, Kathy,
Anytime.
for letting me be on the panel and discuss a little
Sure.
bit of it down here and how things operate. But if y'all didn't take anything away, just please take this away from what I've said. I want all those kids found. It's not about a F Sebastian type thing. No. I want all these kids found. It's
Yes.
just I'm not standing beside the picking and choosing and this whole lottery system that they got down here.
Yeah, that doesn't. I want to know how they do it. I want to know who's in charge of it and how do you make that decision? That's my
Exactly.
question.
Like
And go answer me.
the sentence in the beginning when they literally sat here and said, well, we don't want to desensitize y'all, so we don't send every missing child to y'all. What?
Yeah. Yeah, that made those statements. I was like, what? Do you think they'll ever answer me? Probably not. But I'm going to try because I want to know how they choose. I want to know who does it and how they choose.
Yeah, like I just want to know how the lottery system works. Like
Mhm.
what is the criteria?
And
Because y'all ain't even like certain. There was white kids on there that didn't even get any.
nope.
Unfortunately,
Yep. Yep.
fucking sad. But what are we picking and choosing based off of what system?
Mm. Shouldn't be picking and choosing. It should be all that matter, and that's got to change. That's what needs to change. If you get desensitized to seeing a missing child's picture, there's something wrong with you.
Bingo,
There's something wrong inside with you.
bingo.
But guys, I appreciate you all. I'm sorry if I missed anybody in chat. I know this was a lot, probably shocking to some of you. I will be adding those articles and the TBI's link to the missing in the description, providing YouTube allows me. Um, but please, I'm going to be sharing these photos on my community page. Please share them out. I'm going to be putting them on my Twitter, on my Facebook. Please share them out. If we can just get anybody to look at them, you never know.
Right.
Something could come of it. it's worth a shot.
And like I said, maybe we can turn this into something like where we start focusing not just on Tennessee, but every state.
Yeah.
That's the goal. I know I don't want to talk. I really don't want to talk about kid cases, but if this is what it's going to take to bring these kids to the forefront, for them to get that spotlight, so they can get that 5 minutes that they need
Mhm.
to be aired or whatever station, I'm willing to do that
Yeah.
because it's those families deserve answers just like every other family.
Yep. All right, guys, I'm going to go finish my dinner so I can feed the little munchkins. And I'll be seeing y'all back on these streets at 7 o'clock.
All right. Y'all have a
Thank
good
you,
day,
Chico.
y'all.
Thank you so much, Chico.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Again, chat, thank you all. I appreciate you all for coming in and hanging out. I'm floored at the support. I really am. It means a lot. It really means a lot. And Nonsense, you do amazing. And you've helped me a lot with my decision for tonight. Um, but you guys all have a good afternoon with your families. Whatever Sunday dinners y'all do, we're having roast. So, and I made biscuits and everything. So we're gonna sit down and have us a nice family dinner. And I'm gonna feed my baby who's sick a big old slab of roast, and hopefully he's gonna be okay because I can't. Oh, he's my Bubba. He's my Bubbalicious. I can't. I'm not even gonna let my mind go there. I can't. But thank you guys for all your support. Thank you for the super chats. Chat test. I will make sure that Chico gets that. Um, thank you guys. And see y'all later. Bye.